People seem to be big fans of butterflies. Maybe it's the variety of colors, their delicate wings, or the majestic way they fly. But not everyone feels the same way about caterpillars. Same exact insect, but why do they look so different? Let's find out together in this episode all about the life cycle of a butterfly. To have a butterfly land on you is said to be good luck, but many people would cringe to have a caterpillar crawling on them. I get it. This guy looks kind of like an alien with all of these spikes and multiple pairs of feet, but you can't have one without the other. So let's go back to the beginning, before the wings, before the cute chunky caterpillar, back to when this guy was just an egg. Butterflies are insects, and all insects hatch or emerge from eggs. And although some insects hatch or emerge as just tiny versions of the adults of their species, others go through an incredible change on their way to adulthood, called metamorphosis. If you want to learn more about insects, you can check out this video. The butterfly friend that we're going to be talking about today is called the Gulf fritillary butterfly, and it spends the majority of its life cycle on its host plant, the passion vine, here behind me. Here we can see a butterfly flying around looking for a good place to lay her eggs. Each egg starts out as a beautiful bright yellow color, and over 3 to 5 days will slowly darken as the tiny caterpillar is formed. Each egg is covered in a glue-like substance that helps it stick securely to the leaf surface. It's so sticky that some butterfly moms will even deposit their eggs on these skinny tendrils of the passion vine. Soon the caterpillars eat the protective covering of the egg, a kind of built-in first meal to give them a little head start energy. The tiny caterpillar will then begin to eat the leaves of their host plant. This stage is called the larval stage. The larvae, or caterpillars, are dark orange with small dark spines that protrude outward from the body. Spines can look intimidating, especially once the caterpillar gets bigger, but the Gulf fritillary is a non-stinging insect. These spines are a trait used to try and fake out predators. The caterpillar is banking on looking like too much trouble to mess with, a trait that doesn't always work, but it's helpful enough to stick around. Eating is the caterpillar's main concern. If you want to grow, you have to eat. So these guys are really just eating and pooping all day. Caterpillar poop is called frass, so I guess we should say that they just eat and frass all day. Please don't frass on me. Soon, the tiny caterpillar feels full and knows that it's time to get rid of its tight, uncomfy skin. So they chill out and put all of their energy into a process called molting, or shedding their skin. Each time a caterpillar molts, it becomes free to grow rapidly larger with its new stretchy skin. The larval stages of Gulf fritillaries include 5 instars. That's what we call those molting stages. The average duration of this larval or caterpillar stage in the butterfly life cycle takes between 11 to 16 days. You may be wondering what this cage thing is. This is just a tool that I use to protect my caterpillar population from predators like lizards, wasps, and assassin bugs. Those guys like to eat caterpillars, so I like to protect the butterfly population by keeping a number of caterpillar friends protected inside here, so that we can keep butterflies around. Honestly, the predators should thank me. Once the caterpillar is nice and chunky, like this cutie, it's ready for the next stage. The journey now begins to find a suitable spot to reveal its chrysalis. Once a good spot is discovered, the caterpillar begins to turn a more blue-gray color and starts to spin a silk-like substance into a ball. Spin is a really nice way of putting it because it really looks more like they're just spitting out a bunch of sticky glue. But I guess whatever works. The caterpillar then attaches their backside to this glue spot and performs a sort of self-trust fall and hangs upside down. This is called the J position because once hanging upside down, they look like the letter J. Creative, right? The next part is my second favorite part of this entire process. With small contractions of the muscles, the now upside down caterpillar begins to basically unzip its skin one more time to reveal a weird, squishy, white tan form. This form quickly hardens and becomes grayish and is now a fully formed chrysalis. Our friend will now just hang out like this for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the temperature. What's going on in there isn't completely known, but what we do know is that cells are rearranging and growing. The insect isn't just asleep in there, it's alive and growing. You can see this if you gently brush your finger on a chrysalis and see it move. They even get annoyed when their brothers and sisters crawl on them, trying to find their perfect spot to hang upside down. If you're still here liking this video, let us know, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. It's important to note that a chrysalis and a cocoon are not the same thing. Is it okay if you forget and mix them up? Yeah, because we've all been there. But here is the difference to help you remember. Moths spin a cocoon out of silk that they pupate inside of. Butterflies molt to reveal an exoskeleton-like coating called a chrysalis that they pupate inside of. A cocoon is built, but a chrysalis is revealed. Throughout those few weeks, the chrysalis will change color and become darker and almost translucent. Now the time has come that we've all been waiting for. A small crack begins to form at the tip of the chrysalis, revealing the butterfly's head, and continues up the chrysalis until the butterfly's legs are free to grasp onto the now shell of the chrysalis. The butterfly then pulls itself completely free and continues to hang upside down. These new wings are wet and shriveled. But then something amazing happens. My favorite part. The butterfly begins pumping fluids from its bulging abdomen into its shriveled wings, like a hydraulic pump. The pressure from this fluid inflates tiny tubes inside the wing structure, expanding the wings to their fullest potential. For the next 10 to 15 minutes, the butterfly will remain hanging upside down, allowing its wings to dry completely. Then, for the first time ever, it just takes flight. No flying lessons, no practice, just flies. Then, for the next several weeks, this adult butterfly will drink nectar from flowers, look for a suitable mate, and the female will lay eggs, starting the whole process again. So if you want the privilege of witnessing this cycle over and over again, choose butterfly-friendly plants to add to your garden. I've added a list down in the description. And if you want to learn more science, you can check out this video next. You did so good. Which one of you guys want to star in this episode? You? Maybe? Just frassed on me? Gross.